go. Hey. Oh yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, let me actually share this in my where's the share button? Share copy link. Yeah, it was actually a spontaneous thing. So hey everyone, I did not plan on this one. Live stream now. Yeah, I usually forget to share this sometimes on my Discord. 'Cause if I don't plan for things, it's just super spontaneous. And yeah, I guess for it's because it's a surprise. I guess for people in the Americas, like this is your time zone. You're more awake, but for me, this is what's the time? Almost 11 p.m. I'm not really up usually at this time. It's really more just like winding down the day, and it felt like, yeah, before I do that, let me just do a quick live stream. So yeah, spontaneous surprise, it's the same thing. Like I did a quick pre-stream on my Instagram, and I just called it a secret stream there, so you call it whatever you wanted. We don't put labels. I mean, I did put labels. They're not necessary. Hey, Pavel. Oh, nice to see you. Thanks for coming over from Instagram to YouTube. Just I feel like I can pay more attention to the live stream on YouTube, just because on Instagram you always have like text popping in, like who's the new person who's joined your live stream, so it pushes all the text messages away. So I do prefer doing these sort of things on YouTube, even though I do miss the Instagram live streams. Those are also fun. Mother asks, I saw the stream on Instagram, but wow, you moved fast. Yes. It did switch relatively fast from one to the other. Okay. I do feel like I am almost done with the lines for this one, and I was debating if I should do ink wash or watercolor, but I think I'll go with watercolor in the end. I just want to put some detail on the legs there, and I have some preferences open that I might want. Oh, sorry, I might want to follow. Let me see. So how is everybody tonight, today? Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, right? You guys got anything special planned for that? I can tell you that we do not. Also, I have to work, so it's gonna be slightly less romantic in the end. There, I think that's okay. Maybe make this inside thing a little bit thicker, and by a little bit, apparently I mean a lot. Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I like this because it is a brush pen. I don't know if the zoom plays along, but it is sort of a brush, so you can adjust the thickness. Thank you for reminding me that. Yeah. So we had an agreement with a girlfriend that we're not going to play along with this consumerist Valentine's Day thing, but instead just spontaneously throughout the year I try to surprise her with maybe some flowers or something, and then that is not something that is pushed on me or on us by society, but it is something that we choose to surprise ourselves with, and it just feels a bit more genuine. Carlo B59, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I do have some dirty water here, but I will need some clean water, so let me just clean this quickly and I'll be back. There it is, some brand new clean water. Let me take my water leaves. Let me see. Let us see what sort of robot this is going to be. I'm gonna take my smaller, thinner brush, and I think I'm gonna stick with an orange since I see I have a lot of orange here, and I already have an orange on this page. Okay, I need more water. So the trick with watercolor is that I like to have two waters, one to clean off the color and the other to take water. So I'll be back again. All right, more water. Now I feel more comfortable. Now I can get this started. Okay, this is too orange. I do have some browns here. So I'm gonna try and make it a bit darker. And what I wanted to do is, I saw this image that reminded me a little bit of, what's it called? The BPRD sort of stuff, Mike Mignola stuff, with a flaming head or something like that. I would like to do something like that with this one. Y'all do Valentine's Day, or is that just America thing? It is America thing that the whole world took over, so Europe as well. But I very much detest these sort of consumerist holidays. So we agreed with a girlfriend, as I said before, that instead of doing Valentine's Day, we're just gonna spontaneously surprise each other every now and then throughout the year. And then that is much more heartfelt and genuine and honest than doing something on a day where it's expected anyway, and also everything is much more expensive. So actually, long story short, no, we don't do Valentine's Day, but not because it's not a thing here, it's just because we didn't want to participate. American holidays are incredibly awkward in Europe. Some people participate. Yeah. Same thing with Thanksgiving, especially because I have friends who are from America and who do Thanksgiving food. And most of the time they push it into December just so they can have more people there. And usually in December I travel home for Christmas, so I never managed to join that. Then Halloween, I absolutely detest and hate Halloween. I mean, I don't detest. I like the holiday from the point of view that there's a lot of fun, spooky movies and spooky series and whatnot. But I hate dressing up. And originally, I am from Pennsylvania, so just the whole ooh, vampires and shit, like really not my thing. Uh, maybe do I have gray? Oh yeah, I could mix it with this a little bit. This should be really good. What else is there? I got to go out and get my wife some flowers for it. Oh, there you go. It's always nice to give flowers to the wife. Saman Upa. Your advice about using bugs and insects as a reference to draw robots that don't look humanoid was very helpful. Oh, I'm very to hear that. Happy to hear that. No, Saman. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, on the 14th of February. What color is this? Still too much the same, I feel. What if we mix a bit of blue? That's better. That is better. I'm trying to achieve some nice grays here. And then usually if you mix blue with warmer tones, it gives you what you're looking for. What is the name of this poster? Not sure I understand the question. I'm not sure what poster you're talking about. Anybody knows IDC ET Bombay? Nope. It does sound like a band though. I agree with Rev Guy. Okay, so I have this pretty cool gray. I'm gonna use it on all the joints and connection areas, including the foot piece. And I think I have that orange. This is orange brown. I might bring in some more brown. I feel like I would want some green. Not sure. Okay, a bit more water. I have to go, man. Well, thanks for joining in, Manuel. Have a lovely Saturday. Okay, joints gray. Joints gray. Should I do? I guess I'll do the fingers gray as well. Just to have the consistency of appendages all being gray. But I don't know if I want to do that palm area gray as well. Don't think I will. This round thing. No, I'm not gonna do the gray. Anything else? Yeah, here, down here, and this also is. I'll call this joint area, and here I just forgot to do it, so I'll just put a little bit of gray in there. What I could do is bring some red into this upper area. Looks like robot skeleton from He-Man. Could be, technically, Skeletor, but I think this is a nicer skeleton than Skeletor. Okay, let me mix some red. And then we're just gonna add it in the corner. Do I have my, there it is, my trusted toilet paper with the hearts on it? Just because I want to bring in a bit more water and mix this up, and then we're gonna have nice transitions. Are you using Staedtler for sketch? I use Staedtler pencil. No, actually Bronzel. So the lines here are all Staedtler. This was Tombow here. Tombow. Let me turn it around. Boom. It's really fun because it is thin, but it is also sort of like a brush tip, so you can push it and it becomes thick. So far I'm a big fan. Okay, let me add a bit more of this reddish color, and then hopefully this will run and dissipate even more. Do your thing, buddy. I want to add a bit of green now, I decided. Let's see. Just, ooh, that's a lot of water. Take some away, add some here, and just touch a bit of green. Let's see what this one. I could use a darker green. Here, this one, military. I think it's called olive green, but it does nice, works nicely with military thing. Okay, don't dry too quickly. Now take a bit more water. Just try to make it run. And since now it's wet, now I can go for a bit more of the green. Well, Rev Guy, for me, it's not about being brave at this moment. It's more about, it's my comfort zone. Like for years, I have only drawn with pens now. Like here I did a pen under sketch, be fair, but coming from industrial design, you get used to mostly drawing with pens. So it's nothing really that brave anymore. Okay. What works well with this art? Like usually blues work well. I want yellow here, just because we have that construction looking thing. And I have some yellow. Oh, yeah, this needs a bit more water. There we go. More. It's quite a strong lemon yellow, I would say. I think it works well for this construction looking element here, but it's quite wet, so to make it more interesting, I can take a little bit of the red that I have here. Make sure not to have too much water, and just drop a couple of blotches. And then hopefully this will nicely dissipate. Let's see. I will push it around just to make it give it a bit of a go. I'm gonna stick with olive green since I was using it. And as I said, I like it in these sort of robot military setups. Someone Google, have you ever drawn a robot that operates underwater? And do you have advice in drawing one? Yes, I have. I don't really have advice. My advice is to look at submarines, how they're built. Like there's a lot of smaller submarines that do like research work and stuff like that. Look at those. Okay, this is wet. I'm going to add a little bit of red orange into this as well. Just a drop there and a drop there. Clean it out, water, and smear it up just a little bit to help it dissipate. Shubham P. Matugade. Want to buy a new XP pen and then for digital sketches? Need your suggestion for brand. Dude, buy the brand that is most affordable for you. Like XP pen is, I have one, I have the Art Deco. I tested for them, it's quite good. Like during these days, like all the brands that make these sorts of things are relatively reliable. So whatever is affordable for you, you can find in your vicinity. There we go. How do you draw the machinery? A good question. I don't know. I studied quite a bit of machinery, and then I drew stuff that I saw, and then slowly it remained in my memory. Visual library. I built up a visual library, and I just draw upon that for machineries like this. Oh, that could have been gray. Well, we'll return to that, I guess. I'm a watercolorist and pens scare me. Yeah, it's funny because I'm much more comfortable doing watercolors once I have pens down, or at least lines down with pens, of course. I don't know where here. I did this ugly thing without putting down lines. Well, I did a quick sketch with pencils, but of course it's not done, so I will still work on this. But I just feel it feels so weird drawing without dark lines. I really need those dark lines to feel comfortable and more confident. Okay, I'm gonna make this green as well. I got to hit my eraser or digital, so I can just hit the delete key. Yep, that's helpful, but I just go over and over my lines, so it's okay. Let me see if I have anything. Not really. Well, here you can sort of see that I have lines over lines, but these are all things that we've drawn. Yeah, these are all pre-sketched pencil. No, I don't really have anything in here. But for example, I did some ideation. Like in last video, you guys saw me doing ideations on these, right? So this is just with pen, and I just keep drawing lines until I get to ones that I like. Okay, I had purple here. Yes. Thank God for having purple. I like this thing, having so many colors on this one, because I can just reuse a lot of them. Let's leave a small area for a white highlight. Same here. Stripe there. It's just supposed to be a highlight. And then the back of it can be this purple. See, this looks quite good. I am a fan of this, I must say. I hope it shows on the screen. Sir, are you industrial designer? Yes, I studied industrial design. I don't know if I can say that I'm an industrial designer now, because I do a lot of other things for a living. But yeah, technically I am an industrial designer. Petty M. Nice. I love Asimov books. Was thinking of drawing some robots. Thank you for the inspiration. Oh, welcome. I also like Asimov. Do you mostly draw moving your elbow or shoulders? Yes. So I try to, yeah, you can't see here. I use my whole hand. So try to get rid of drawing from the wrist, because it's not healthy for you. So draw from the shoulder, draw from the elbow. That's always good advice. How long will it take to get proficient with perspective, composition, and light? Well, I'm good with perspective. Composition for me is quite iffy, I would say, and I suck at lighting. So I can't really tell you. The more you like something and the more you draw it, the easier it's gonna be. I can tell you that. But I can't really give you a timeline or anything like that. Okay. We have a gray for this area and this area. Well, it's blue. This is more of a bluish gray than the gray I used until now. But I'm gonna fill this area with that as well. And this one could be a blue, because we sort of have that orange thing. And why not have a blue? Cowboy Bebop spaceship, yeah, that was there. I do like Cowboy Bebop quite a bit. The more you practice, the better you will get, Rev Guy says, and of course he is 100% correct with that. But it's also like you do have to practice deliberately, so you should know what you're doing. So not just drawing randomly, because then you just gonna draw random stuff. You also, if you want to practice, you have to do it deliberately. So focusing on areas that you know that you're not so good and trying to get better at them. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna put the head into some blue flamey area. Let's see if I will succeed or not. Yeah, no, this looks stupid. But at least I tried. Okay, I want to have a slightly different blue. Let me see if I can mix out an eerie blue-green one. I need a more subdued green. I have one here, and if I mix this with blue, not sure this is the blue green that I want, but I'll just go with it now because I'm a bit out of patience. It is quite wet, so technically I could drop in a little bit more blue, and that should make it a bit more interesting. Okay, and now I'm just gonna wet my brush some more and try to let the water work. Add some more of this blue, let's see what happens. It seems like I'm soaking up the water instead of, okay. Okay, the rest I'll let the water do. I do think it sort of works. How do you handle burnout while working? I try not to get burnout, but I'm close to it now. So how I handle it is that, for example, I have my work, then I have drawings and videos I do for social media. I have drawings and videos that I do just for relaxation. So now, these last weeks, I had a whole bunch of work, like non-stop work for a client, and that could easily lead to burnout. So what I did, I just took a break from all my social media related work. I posted much less, and I just try to relax the rest of the time. I try not to force myself too much into doing too much. So just you need to realize if and when it's happening and just cut back a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to add lines for some reason. I use my wrist to draw. Maybe it's because I learned to draw by watching comic book artists, or maybe because I draw small things. Trust me, I did the same thing. So when I started drawing, I always used my wrist because I also drew small. And when you draw small, you have this tendency to draw with the wrist. And then when I started my industrial design studies, I always got A3 sheets of paper. And everything I drew, I tried to draw as big as possible. When you draw big, then you can't use your wrist as much. And that's actually a good exercise to get away from using your wrists too much. So I do recommend that you try drawing as big as you can. Like getting enough inspiration before working stuff. Well, for me, inspiration, like I know this is regarded to the burnout, but in general, when I don't feel like drawing, I just boot up Pinterest because there's so many awesome artists, and I get inspired very quickly. Like for tonight as well. Like I found YouTube also helps. I found the girl who does gouache, and I really like her style, and that's why I did this whole Iron Man gouache thing today just for fun. And then before going to bed, I opened Pinterest, and there were just a lot of awesome drawings. It's like, hey, I just also want to draw a robot. And that's how we're here. That's how I get inspiration. Yeah, modern day James also helps a lot. Watching people on Instagram. Also, another one is Bob Chu. I don't know if you guys know Bob Chu, but he is also somebody who I just like to listen to his podcasts or his interviews with people in the background. Always inspirational for me. Also, Feng Zhu. I like watching his design related videos. Looks a bit too graphic, but I'm fine with it. I want to add some strong reds in those triangles. That's what I wanted to do. I remember now. Less water. Okay, pick up, pick up, pick up. There we go. It should be, yes. It's one red. That's two red. There we go. I think, oh no, I can, a green. This is gonna be green, blue, blue, green, whatever it's called. I do like the head. It is more blue than green, but that fade effect I think works quite well. So I'm gonna do this. It's different green, but I'm fine with it. There we go. Okay. I don't know if I want to do, well, maybe add a little bit of darkness to the side there. I'll do that. I'll take a bit of red, mix it with a bit of brown, and just gonna make sure to add it here, just to emphasize that shadow area a little bit more. And you can also touch it a little bit to the, like giving some sort of dirtiness almost to the green areas. It can be rust, it can be just wear and tear. It should look cool, I hope. It's fun. It's well, not fun. Interesting because as the light hits the paper, sometimes I don't really see the color from the glare. Yeah, that inside, should it be? I think I'll make it blue. Yeah, I'll make that blue as well. Have you got any tricks to improve the design, presentation, layout, storyboards? I don't know if I have tricks. What I would say is draw overlapping stuff, mix up your finishes. I think I have one on the previous page. Here, for example. So I only color this. This is half finished. This is relatively finished from a different angle, relatively finished from the front, and I did a zoom in on this one. So you sort of space out your details, and not just details, but also finishes. Fully finished and then half finished things. That makes your page a bit more interesting. And what else? I don't know where my so you can see it in my previous live stream. The ships that we did, I pretty much used the same idea there as well. Where do we have this? Oh, here we go. So full finish, I would say half finish, and sketch. And what I like to do, I like to draw a border around things, but then I break the border with the elements of the drawing as well. So this you can call tricks to make the page look a little bit more interesting. Hey Roducci, welcome to the stream. With your hormone, that is some advice. That is definitely some advice. Okay, I feel like I want to have a little bit more fun here. And I'm just gonna drop a bit more red into these. Just because why not? There we go. I feel like I could add like a yellow border here. Let's try that. So I'm gonna take my pencil and I'm gonna take a ruler. And well, I'm not gonna use the ruler because I just added some watercolor there. But it would have been smart of me to do this beforehand. So it seems like this. There, okay. And these are my gouaches. So my gouache is opaque color. So I will have the same yellow that I have here on Iron Man. Let's activate it a little bit. And I don't want it too watery. So I'm gonna take some of this and just smear it here. Again, it is a bit too watery, so I'm just gonna try and take some of the pure color. And then just work with this. Still way too watery. But I can go over it again. Let's take some more. I try to make all the brush strokes a bit uniform, so I go over the whole area again. Go. So now this is where you have to be very patient, which I am not necessarily. But hey. I like to dip myself in paint and remove the canvas. That is something that I can recommend. It works tremendously. That is the way if you want to be a good artist. Definitely dip your whole body in paint and then just roll over the canvas that you're going to paint on. Oh yeah, here, see, I forgot this area in between the legs. Right. Someone Kuka, his feet look awesome. Thanks, mate. Feet are always a bit tricky, so I'm glad you like them. Oh, I was a bit impatient there, went outside of the borders. Alright, I can wash these. Yeah, here I had too much water and it went outside. Not happy about that, but hey, what you gonna do? On the other hand, what I wanted to do and can do now is bring in my white jelly pen and just add some highlights. I wanted to add some highlights here. Maybe add some highlights here on the green. Not everything will be visible, but sometimes it's just worth adding these things. Here also on the lower part, and then a little bit there. These are basically the edges that are catching the sun or the light more, so they become a bit more reflective. Something like that. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. That orangely yellow gouache. Yeah, I like that color. Quite a nice one. I think I'm done with this one. It was a fun little robot. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Yeah, good night to everybody who's going to sleep, and have a lovely day for people who are in the midday or something like that. And yeah, see everybody in the next video. Thanks for joining. Bye bye, guys.